Hello YouTube, it's Trinkets here, and today I have for you another Five Nights at Freddy's sister location craft. I'm making a baby-inspired mirror, well, compact mirror. Let me open it up. It's hard doing this stuff with your left hand when you're right-handed. Here we go. I just took a plain compact mirror and made the pieces and painted them, and used a very strong glue to attach them, and I wrote baby on the back. Let me just tell you before I start the tutorial my reason why I only made the head instead of a whole body sculpture like Ballora. Because in the trailer you can pretty much see Ballora's whole body, but you can't see Baby's whole body. And I personally don't want to make the sculpture until I know exactly what she looks like. I mean, there might be some things I'm wrong with Ballora, like here and there, but it won't be much. I don't want to make this entirely wrong. Like, I think her dress might be red and then it comes out pink or something. I'ma wait. And the reason why I made her into a compact mirror is because, get it? She's like a clown. And when you think of the carnival, you think of the House of Mirrors. And look, there's y'all. And yeah, so I hope you all like this. And I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial. If you make one like this, feel free to tag me in it on Instagram. My name's Ticky's Trinkets on Instagram. But there's no apostrophe in my name on Instagram. I'll link my Instagram down below just to be safe. And yeah, so I hope you all enjoy this. See you in the tutorial. Here are the following different colored clays that you will need for this project. Here is the compact mirror that I used. You can use one that's circular. I couldn't find the circular one. And these are the balls of clay already rolled out. You may need more than this. I needed a little bit more. Next, I took the big ball of white clay and I set it on top of one side of the compact mirror. And then I began to roll it out. Just so you get an idea of this, roll side to side and up and down so you get it really smooth. Here's another picture so you can kind of see the angle. Make sure it's kind of flat too. Don't make it too tall. Alright, and to make a guide for the face, I just did a horizontal and vertical line so I could keep track of where I'm at. Here I've used my blade that you saw on the side to peel it up. Be very careful when peeling it up. You don't want to break it. Here I've used my guidelines to indent where I'm going to put the eyeballs at. Here I've just done the first line on her face from her nose out to her cheekbones. Now here I've done the eyebrow lines. As you can see, they go all the way from the left to the right and kind of make like a mean brow look. Here you can just see me doing I think I was just doing the lines, making them a little more in depth with the pointed tool. And here I'm erasing the guidelines with my finger. Now I'm indenting where I'm going to put the cheek pieces at, the little red cheeks. Here I've used my dotting tool to make an outline for where the mouth is going to go. And here I'm just taking my small ball tool and I'm indenting the mouth so that it's concave. Here you can see where it's concave. I just wanted y'all to get a good idea of how deep it went. Here I made the eyes out of 2 more pieces of clay, which I had to get extra, and used a pointed tool to indent the eyeballs. Make sure you don't attach those there because you got to put black behind them, so take them off for now. Now you're going to take the green sparkly clay and you're going to take a little small ball and then you're going to cut that ball in half. And now you're going to take those 2 pieces and roll them out into 2 smaller balls, as you can see here. These were actually a little too large, so I just cut off the excess. And then I rolled those little pieces into itty bitty teardrop shapes, as you can see here. They look disproportional on the camera, but they're fine, trust me. Alright, here you can see where I've just poked them down in the hole, and then I'm going to use my fingertip and press them down gently so that they'll fill up just like this. So you'll have pupils in your eyeballs. Well, I don't think this is the pupil part. Whatever. Next, take the purple clay and roll it into a ball, or if you've already pre-rolled it like I did, just grab it. And cut that in half. And then you're going to take those 2 halves and again roll them into balls like I've done here. Next, you're going to take the ball of clay, and I actually only needed 1 for this part, and just cut it in half. Well, flatten it with your X-Acto knife, then cut it in half, or you can flatten it with your finger. Then you're going to take the second ball of clay, which you see right here, and you're going to, again, repeat this by cutting it in half. But instead of flattening it, you're going to roll these two pieces in the balls, and then roll them into teeny tiny teardrop shapes, as you can see I've done here. Now you can just place the flattened circular pieces like this, so you can see how they look, but don't attach them. The eyebrows, however, you can go ahead and attach. Next, you're going to take the black ball of clay that you pre-rolled, and you're going to, again, cut this ball in half, and then you're going to take these two separate halves and roll them into small balls as well, as you can see I've done here. Next, you're going to take these two balls and place them into the eye sockets, as you see here, and you're going to take a large ball tool, a large dotting tool, I don't know the name, and you're going to indent them so they're concave into the eye sockets. Next, you're going to go ahead and take some crafting glue, like I've done here, and you're going to put a small drop of glue into each eye socket. Here you can see where I put a teeny tiny drop of glue so we can attach the eyes. Now, just using your eyes and your fingers, just gently set the eyeballs into the eye sockets on top of the glue. And make sure they're pretty even looking. You don't want it to be derpy. Next, you're going to take more black clay, and instead of, well, you're just going to roll it out into a snake-like, I have lost for words. You're just going to roll it out into a snake with pointed ends. Set it on the mouth, the concave part of the mouth, you know, where it dipped in. And then you're going to cut the pointed edges off right where the cheeks are at, if you can kind of see the difference. Then you're also going to press down with your finger on the whole part of the mouth so that it becomes more flat, like you can kind of see here. Next, take the big ball of red clay, and you're going to cut off one small piece from it, as you can see right here. And then you can take that small piece and you can cut it in half, as you can see I've done right here. And then you're going to take those two small pieces and roll them into tiny balls of clay, as you can see here. And these are going to be her cheeks. And as you can see in this picture right here, I've taken them and I've set them in the holes where I indented where the cheeks will go. And next you're going to use your finger again to press down so that they're flat as well, because you want to keep the face as flat as possible. I could have made my eyes a little bit more flat, by the way. Next, you're going to take one teeny tiny ball of red clay, and you're going to roll it out. And you're going to put a little dab of glue right on the center of the face, and then attach it to the center of the face. This will be her nose. Next, you're going to take more red clay, and you're going to roll that out into a ball. And you're going to cut that ball in half like we've done 1,000 times before already. Then you're going to take these two pieces and roll them into balls, like we've done 1,000,000 times. And then you're going to roll both these balls out into teeny tiny snakes of red clay, as you can see here. And you're going to set these pieces of clay on top of the mouth so that these will make the lips, as you can see I've done here. And you're just going to take your X-Acto knife or blade of any kind and get as close to the cheek as possible and cut the excess off. And make sure you blend the edges of the lips into the cheeks so it looks more natural. Next, you're going to take more red clay from the big red ball. And again, you're going to cut that piece in half, like I've done here with my blade. And then you're going to roll these pieces into two red balls of clay. Excuse me. And try to make them more even than this, because mine came out a little uneven looking here. As you can see in the little teardrop shapes I've rolled these into, they look a little uneven. Now you're going to take the teardrop shapes and press them down against your surface, make them kind of flat with your finger. Then you're going to take the edges, the rounded edges, and point them out with your fingertips. And then you're going to take your blade and you're going to cut the tips off, as so. And then I want you to bend them, gently bend them, into the shape of the pigtails that she has. To get this shape right, make sure you use a picture for reference. That's what I did. Then you're going to use glue and attach the two little purple pieces to the end of the pigtails. And now that the face is done, well, done before baking, you're going to take your alcohol and Q-tips and you're going to wipe the entire face clean. This is how many Q-tips it actually took for me to get the entire face clean. So don't go sparingly on the cotton swabs if you need them. Now take the rest of your red clay, roll it back into a nice smooth ball, and you're going to press it very gently and smoothly against the surface. And then you're going to roll it out with your X-Acto knife or your rolling pin. And again, you're going to use your blade to scrape it up off the mirror. And then you're going to take another small red ball of clay. Well, this is more medium-sized than small. And you're going to roll it out, but kind of roll it into a rainbow shape, as I've done here. And then you're going to take it to make sure it's the right size, and you're going to lay it against the head and see if it looks right for the bangs, because we're working on the bangs now, which it looks good. So I went on ahead and took a circle cutter that I got from a kit from Joann's, and you're going to cut 4 indentions into one side of it, like I've done here. And then you're going to round off the tips of the indentions, as you can see here, and you're going to cut a straight edge along the other side, so it's nice and smooth and straight. Then you're going to place it back on the head and make sure you blend it in so it looks like it covers the whole top of the head. And now you're going to take your glue and attach the pigtails to the sides of the heads, as I've done here. And now your items are ready to bake. And bake them according to packaging or however you feel you should bake them. Now I'm taking some black acrylic paint, and I'm going to take my dotting tool or a small paintbrush. As you can see here, I used a small paintbrush for some of the finer ones. And you're going to fill in all the cracks we made throughout the whole thing. Excuse me. And this is just a better view of it so you can see what it looks like. Now here, you're going to take the flattened red piece and you're going to take white acrylic paint in your dotting tool, kind of like I did the word dance on the box for Ballora. You're going to make the word baby on the back for this one. Here, I'm just putting the pupils, this is the pupils, I think, I don't know, onto the green parts. Just use your dotting tool and make a small dot, as you can see I've done here. And then next, she has a little glimmer in her eyes, so you're going to take white acrylic paint, and you're going to do an even smaller dot on the side of the green parts of her eyes, as you can see I've done here. Next, you are going to glaze your items. Glaze each side of them and let them dry 30 minutes before you glaze the back side. I can't talk, I'm sorry. And I did 4 coats of glaze. As you can see here, it's very shiny and very sturdy. Now you're going to take some E6000 glue and you're going to smother glue all over the circle part of the mirror, as you can see here. And do the top parts first, attach your face to it, make sure it's nice and lined up as I've done here. Move it around if you have to make sure it's lined up. And then you're going to put glue on the back and just smother it there and then attach the back part. Alright, thank you all for watching.